All right, it is time to build these maple legs for this maple table that I'm making for my sister. So let's go. So first thing I use is 8/4 solid maple rough cut timber for this project. What I do is I take it over to the miter saw and I rough cut things to length. That makes it easier to run it through this joiner here because the longer timber, it gets a little rough. So after I go ahead and joint the bottom, I'll take that to the fence and then I'll joint the side, making a nice 90. After I run all the pieces through there, I run them all through the planer. Now this is a process because I have a bunch of timber here and it just takes forever. Next, I take it to the actual size widths I need. So this is actually going to be 2 inches thick by 3 inches in width. And then I go ahead and start laying out the legs. Now I have a rough idea per design, so I kind of know what I'm doing here. I already know my angle. So now I just take the angle, trace it out, and I will do on the top one, then let the bottom one fall to where it needs to be to keep the angle perfect. Same thing to the other side, find the angle, trace everything out, make sure everything's kosher. Now I'm doing half laps. So I take it over to my miter saw and I do about a bajillion cuts. And I know there's different ways of doing this. I don't have to hog it all out like this, but I found out the more material I remove, the smoother it gets. It just makes my final process a lot simpler and easier to clean up. So once I do that one half lap on one side, I go over and just, again, rough fitting everything, making sure everything still is looking easy peasy lemon squeezy. And now I have the first half. Now I trace everything out on the top because I gotta remove half of this material. And this is, again, just makes everything flawless so I know where everything's gonna fall at. And repeat the process of a bajillion and a half cuts on these half laps. Like I said before, I've done it different ways. I just like taking the majority material off. So again, once I am cleaning up with my chisel at the end, it just makes the whole process a lot simpler on my end. And you can do it as you please. But again, next step is taking over and just cleaning up all the half laps with the chisel. I just make sure that I get all these miter cuts out of there and everything is flat and level and half thickness of each piece. Oh, look at this work. I smacked my thumb a couple times, so don't mind that process either. But once everything's cleaned up, I'm ready for final fit. So I take it over, final fit everything, make sure everything's working well. And then after I do the final fit, then we go into the glue up. But I'm not going to show that process. But here it looks like finished. A lot of work. Next, again, rough fit all of it for the base. And this is how the base is going to look. And I'm really liking it, digging it out. And then the final reveal. This is rough fit for the whole entire table. Let me know what you think. Let me know what I did wrong. Let me know what you like.